Welcome back to class, my prospecting pirates and potential mercs. On today's episode of Bite-Sized Battletech, I pulled up a lesson plan that I hope you all will enjoy. Today, we are going to be covering one of the SLDF workhorses, the 65-ton heavy-class battle mech, the Crusader. At the start of its life, the Crusader was initially designed to be a close combat battle mech, meant for use within the ranks of the SLDF. This, however, was proven not to be its only function, as the SLDF would discover that this design was a true jack of all trades. While not excelling at any one role, this mech was capable enough to complete about any mission set out for it, whether that be close assault, anti-aircraft defense, or even recon. This demonstrated its versatility on the battlefield, leading it to become not only one of the SLDF's better workhorses, but also leading it to become one of the most common heavy mechs, as there were so many manufacturers producing them. The Crusader 3R, recognized as the most common and produced model, brought to the battlefield an assortment of weapons. Starting with its primary weapon systems, it carries two LRM-15 launchers, one in each arm. These LRM launchers made it a competitor with other long-range fire support style mechs, such as the Catapult and the Archer. It brings 2 tons of ammo for these launchers, 1 ton in each side torso. This was enough ammo to support its allies from afar before it closed into shorter range brackets. That shorter range bracket is where it would bring to bear the rest of its armament. Starting with its ammo-fed weaponry, the Crusader mounted 2 SRM-6 launchers on the legs. This was so that they would have a more stable firing location, as well as not interfering with the path of its LRM launchers. Its other ammo-fed weapon system was its 2 machine guns, one mounted in each arm, to deter attacks from infantry. Both the SRMs and the machine guns carry a ton of ammo in the center torso. The final part of this mech's loadout is 2 medium lasers, one mounted in each arm. These were added on as backup weapons when the ammo ran dry. With the launchers and lasers in the arms, early production models of the Crusader had issues with these weapons overheating and causing stress on the actuators and structure, though this was rectified with the inclusion of the distinctive collars on the mech to deflect all the hot gases away. The Crusader had a decent armor load, carrying 12 tons of armor with a focus on up-armoring the legs so that this mech had the capabilities to be a decent hand-to-hand combatant. Its 13.5-ton engine led it to being able to reach the average speed of 64 kilometers per hour. While this mech is very well rounded in all 3 of the main brackets of mech design, speed, firepower, and armor, this mech finds itself undersynced, only carrying 10 single heat sinks to dissipate all the heat it produces. The Crusader first saw action during the Reunification War. This will earn its place as a common feature within the SLDF's ranks for many centuries, leading all the way to the fall of the Star League. Even after the fall, the successor state still had the ability to field large numbers of this machine. This was because of all the factories able to produce them on planets such as Tharkad, Oliver, Asunciona, and Bernardo. While the successor states were able to field this machine more, the Lyrans of House Steiner were the most notable users of the Crusader. This was in part due to the Steiners' well-trained mech techs that were able to repair damaged Crusaders in a turnaround time of a single day. With the discovery of the Helm memory core, the production of new variants was possible, seeing this mech prepped and ready for a time that the Inner Sphere houses couldn't imagine coming. A war from a force originating outside of the Inner Sphere, the Clan Invasion. As the Clan Invasion came and went, we would still see new variants being produced throughout time. One new variant came from the company Cosby Battlemech Research Firm. They would go on to take over another company that had the factories that could produce the Crusader. This was an attempt to garner favor with the Draconis Combine's government after their disaster with the Nodachi. This led to a new variant right at the cusp of the FedCom Civil War, the Crusader 5K. Even after the FedCom Civil War, the Crusader platform would still see new variants being produced, even models that were used by the infamous Word of Blake during the Jihad. And with that, we have ran out of time for this lecture. I hope you learned something new and enjoyable with me today. As always, I really appreciate the time you take out of your day to watch me ramble about these topics. If you have any suggestions for mechs I should cover in a lecture, let me know about them in the comments below. And while you're thinking about that, I really would appreciate it if you were to subscribe and leave a like. Those things show me that you are interested in this content moving on. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you again in the next video.